What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video. Oh man, as you can tell by the title, everyone, we have more listings for 2024 Transformers product that was found by JT Prime 17 on TFW, the leaked listing god himself, as I love to call him all the time here on the channel. So let's dive into these listings, and there's some other news about Deathsaurus that I'm going to talk about later in the video, so stay tuned for that. But first up here, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on all these listings. As always, my opinions on everything on this channel. So let's look at these listings here. First one here on the list, we have a Legacy Starseekers Deluxe Cannonball, which, if you guys may remember on the channel, I predicted that when we first had the Starseekers listings for Walmart a couple months back, I was predicting that the deluxe, like the last deluxe that we didn't know about that lineup, what would be Cannonball, and lo and behold, would you look at this, I was right, as I am in some of these instances, that this is Cannonball, and I am so hyped. People have been speculating, and I think this might very well be the case, that this Cannonball is going to be a repaint slash remold, or heavy remold even, of the Legacy Deluxe Class crankcase mold. If you compare those two, they're very similar, and there's some mold history throughout the years between G1 crankcase and Cannonball. The original Cybertron 2005 Deluxe Class Red Alert figure, who was famously repainted into Cannonball back in 2006, that mold was also repainted into crankcase in the 2007 Transformers toy line because he had a similar vehicle mode and he had the shoulder cannons similar to G1 crankcase. So there's already some mold history there between those two characters, so it would not surprise me at all if they did choose Legacy crankcase to repaint or remold into Starseeker's Cannonball here, and I'm really excited and really curious to see what they do with this Cannonball character. And next up here on the list, we have a Project G-Wiz G.I. Joe X Transformers Sergeant Cup as the Triple T with Sergeant Slaughter and Leatherneck. Now, I'm not the biggest G.I. Joe head out there, so I don't know what the Triple T is, but I do know Sergeant Slaughter. He's a very famous character from G.I. Joe. I'm pretty sure most people, if you don't even know what G.I. Joe is, you'll know who Sergeant Slaughter is or know what he looks like. Leatherneck, not too familiar with that character, or maybe even animal or vehicle. I have no idea. Again, not a G.I. Joe head, but this does sound like a pretty cool and intriguing pairing here between Cup and Sergeant Slaughter. Very similar characteristics between the two characters, so this will be very interesting to see how that two-pack turns out. And yay, more G.I. Joe and Transformers collabs. Can't complain about that. So next one here, we have Gen MPM BRAWL, codename Hoover. Woo, guys, we finally have 2007 cast completed in movie masterpiece form. Now, I'm assuming this might be a Target exclusive, like most of the other masterpieces throughout the years, the movie masterpiece ones to be exact. Now, we pretty much have the full cast complete, but we still need Frenzy and the 70s Camaro Bumblebee. Now, I would love a 70s Camaro Bumblebee. I'm really intrigued to see how this Brawl is going to turn out. He could be one of the best MPMs that we're going to get, and probably one of the best masterpieces ever. The Bone Crusher and Blackout are probably some of the best masterpieces Takara and Hasbro have ever made, and they have made leaps and bounds with the movie masterpiece line over the past year and a half. So much so that I really think Ironhide, Optimus, Bumblebee, all those early MPMs really need redos, maybe even Ratchet and Jazz. So hopefully this line continues, which I think it will, and I'm really excited about this Brawl. And now we have an interesting one here. Again, we have a P-Con, which I'm assuming that stands for PulseCon, DTC Dino King. Now, this pretty much obviously is the teased Dino King repaint from the Core Class Combiner Dinobot figures that the designers on the live streams the past pretty much a year now have been teasing from those molds. So it seems like that's going to be the PulseCon exclusive for next year, and it's kind of crazy if you think about that. We already have a listing for PulseCon or just convention exclusives in general for 2024. Usually we don't see this stuff until early or springtime of that year that these exclusives drop. So this is very cool that he was able to find a listing for a PulseCon exclusive this early in the game, considering that PulseCon just ended a few weeks back. And then the next one here, we have a Leader Optimus Prime and Autobot Bullseye. Now, if you don't know who Bullseye Bullseye is. I had to look this up myself. He is, I guess, the dog for the Target store here in America. So this is probably just going to be a Target collab / exclusive. And JT Prime also had a note here, and he says that this listing replaces the previous BBSS Leader reissue. Now, we have no idea what that reissue was going to be, other than it being Leader class and within the Studio Series line. So I'm assuming it was probably going to be either Jetfire or Shockwave, considering they've been reissuing pretty much all of the older, harder to find Studio Series Leader class figures in Buzzworthy the past year or two. So that's a bit of a bummer, but this could be a cool collab, even though I'm not really into these collabs. I haven't bought one yet, and I don't plan on doing so pretty much, but this could be cool. I don't know what Optimus Prime they're going to do for this, or if it's just going to be the Earthrise mold repainted, or if it's going to be a brand new mold similar to the Holiday Optimus from last year. Who knows? A lot to speculate on that. And then we have 2 Rescue Bot listings to close all of these out. We have a Heroes Team Optimus Primal and a Classic Heroes Team Mirage. Both of these are under the Classic Heroes branding. So I'm assuming maybe Mirage will have some ROTB influences in his design. I don't know. That's just me speculating. Same thing with maybe Optimus Primal. But these will be interesting to see. Obviously, I don't collect Rescue Bots. I'm not into the whole kitty toy line stuff. That's just not my brand. I like the collector-based, highly detailed, highly articulated Hasbro figures, but it's cool every now and then to look at the Rescue Bot stuff and see what they're doing. So I'm sure some people will be interested in this Mirage and Primal. Now, for the Deathsaurus news that I was teasing earlier, via In-Demand Toys on Facebook, we have a new batch of promotional images from Haslab Deathsaurus. So let's break these down, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on these pics as always. So looking at the Emperor of Destruction himself, he looks very cool. He looks like he could be a dope villain in somebody's stop-motion series here on YouTube. I'm not teasing this for my own stop-motion series or films, because I don't know, I don't think I'm going to be getting this on the aftermarket like I did with Victory Saber last year, but this does look like he's going to be even better. I just hope the tolerances and the QC on this guy turn out way better than Victory Saber, because that pretty much ruined its release and became very infamous and controversial within the fandom at that time, and pretty much still to this day. When you think of Haslab Victory Saber, you think of, oh man, why would they do Star Saber in Haslab when he could just be retail, and all the QC problems that happened at that time with those copies getting out to people. But I don't think that's going to be the case here with Deathsaurus. I think they might have learned their lesson with what happened with Victory Saber. Now, I don't know, that's just me speculating, because Hasbro has messed up on things plenty of times before, and we find out however many weeks, months, or years later that they still haven't refined whatever they messed up on. So who knows what's going to happen in terms of QC with this guy, but looking at these images, he looks great. The accessories are nice. He's got a lot of dope paint on him and dope sculpted details on him that just really make him pop, especially if you're a photographer like me or just do stop motions like me too. He's going to look great on camera. He looks super photogenic, especially if you hit that lighting right. The stands he comes with is nice. He's got that little shield and sword. He's got his little Micromaster or Minicon buddies, depending on if you're a 2000s and Unicron trilogy kid like me, you'll say Minicons. But yeah, everything about these images look good. He does look like he's going to be a pretty dope Haslab. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't back this guy, so I probably won't be getting him on the aftermarket like what I did with Victory Saber, but he does look great, and these images really do seal the deal for people that did back this guy or plan on getting him on the secondary market once copies do get out to the public. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. Let me know down in the comments below. What do y'all think about these new listings? Are you hyped for Cannonball, Masterpiece Brawl, etc.? What do you guys think about these Haslab Deathsaurus images? Does this persuade you to get this guy on the secondary market, or does it make you even more hyped than you were before if you did indeed back this guy. All my social medias are linked down below: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. My email is also down below if y'all want to email me about whatever, or if you want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions, toy photography, or just regular display shelves in their homes. You could either hit me up on any of my social media accounts or email me and we could work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!